Hi, this is Tanya from Love Buddha Tarot, back with the cards for the 20th and 21st of March 2017. Now, I'm doing the two cards today, so you're getting Mondays and Tuesdays together because I did mention last week that I'm going away. I'm actually doing a ceremony over the next couple of days, and I'm really excited for that. I'm nervous. I'm nervous as hell, but I'm really excited as well. What I'm going to try and do, I'm going to try and video throughout it, so it's sort of like plot the journey, so to speak, So if I manage to get that done, like I say, I this is all new. I haven't done this before, so if I manage to get that done, then I will upload the video. If not, then afterwards I will do a video about the whole experience and about how I found it and what came to light, if anything. So that's I'm really really excited. Right, okay, so back to the cards, and the cards are quite interesting today. Three fell out. Obviously, I was picking two, but another one fell out within the tarot. So the card that we have for Monday is the Fool. Now, I within this deck, I love this card. I really, really do. And this is about its new beginnings. It's starting again. It's like wiping the slate clean and actually taking that leap of faith into the unknown. Now this has such a freedom around it. It's like he is, if we have a look, he's standing on this, he's way above everything, so he's seeing things in a different light now. And it's sort of like there's been an ending that has led to this beginning. Now within this card, it's a Sufi, and within the religious sect of the Sufis, it's their their worship revolves around music, around poetry, and mysticism. It's very, very mystic sort of religion here. But like I say, what they do is they spin and they spin and they spin, and they get themselves to this state of like ecstasy, but it's actually a form of meditation. But it is freedom. It's a bit like Kundalini yoga. In Kundalini, you use your breath work and everything like that, where you get to this heightened state, you know. Um, and this, they believe, is what connects them like to the divine more. This is where they gain their strength, they gain their intuition from. So within this card, what this is saying is like you are now, or you will be coming into a phase where you are seeing things from a different perspective here. And when this card comes up, this is talking about the death of the ego. Our ego is not our friend. I say this all of the time, but so many of us work on an ego basis. A really long conversation about this last night, and um it was so interesting because there's a lot of people who claim to be spiritual and whatever, but I've seen somebody the other day and it was like, oh yeah, this real tirade of abuse towards somebody, and then they put namaste at the end of it, and it's like, what? Do you really know what you're talking about? Do you actually honor what namaste means? I was saying I don't actually say that anymore. I don't, because I feel it's been too watered down and it's just said flippantly. And I do honor the true meaning of it, and it's about recognizing souls, and it's about, I honor your soul. What I see in you is in me, and that is namaste. And I say Satnam because Satnam is it's about me. It's Sat is truth and Nam is name, and it's Satnam. Truth is my name, truth is who I am, and this is when I do these videos, it comes from a place of truth. you know so that is removing the ego, and this is what the Fool is talking about. Actually just suffocating that ego so that it can't get out anymore, because the ego will not lead you onto paths where you will be happy. The ego is like that. That kid at school that always, like, whatever you done, whenever you followed his advice, you always got into trouble. And this is what the ego is. And the ego wants to control you. The soul wants you to be free. And this card is saying that you are starting to go with your soul. There's this new beginning where you leave the ego behind, and you actually go out and you're free. And you're free to dance to the beat of your own drum as well. No restrictions. It's a fabulous, fabulous card of freedom, this. It's a card of feeling childlike again. It's a card of feeling feeling playful, and sort of relishing the life that is ahead of you, not looking back. It's about going forward here. And when this card comes in, it's saying that you are about to, if you haven't already, remove the blocks which have held you back. So there's this real taste of freedom comes in with this card, alongside divine inspiration. The Fool is instinctively guided, and he's been on all of these different journeys, and now he's learned this, and he knows that he's connected to something higher, so he is allowing that to guide him. So there's this divine inspiration coming through. There's a feeling of oneness that he has within himself and within the world and the universe. He knows he doesn't need anybody to make him whole, because he is whole within himself. And this is it. He's starting out on his journey. It's the first step. And he has like a beginner's mind. There was a photograph I took, and there was a quote I put with it, and it was, "Step out into the world like you did when you were a child, when you believed that anything was possible." And that's sort of the Fool's mindset. He believes in possibilities. He believes what is out there for him, will be will enhance him. There's adventures out there, and he's ready to go out, and he's going to grab life by the horns. He wants to live it, and he wants this freedom. It's an absolutely beautiful card. Like I say, you can almost see it spinning, and there's an innocence with this as well. There's like a childlike innocence, and there's rocks behind him, but he's managed to navigate them. So he's made himself free. And like I say, just a really good feeling with this. They often say with this card, it's, like taking the leap of faith. And that's what he's doing. He believes, he trusts his faith now. So he knows that whatever he encounters will be for him. Nothing will happen to him. It will be for him. So everything, no matter what he is going to encounter on his journey, he knows that it will be teaching him, and he knows that it will be leading him like more to freedom. And by letting this ego die, the death of the ego, he knows that he will be able to move forward, be a lot more victorious, and actually be a lot more productive as well, when we let the ego go. So that was the card for Monday, which is a fabulous card. Like I say, I'm getting butterflies because I'm thinking, oh God, no, I'm going to be taking that leap of faith. The second card that we have for Tuesday is the Hierophant. Now, this again, very spiritual cards, very magical cards that have come out. Now, this talks about a teacher, and we've had this, I think it was last week, but within a different deck, wasn't it? And within this card, I love it. It's so psychedelic. It's just like, oh, you see, I'm really getting butterflies now. I'm gonna, like I say, within the ceremony, it's all hallucinogenic stuff, and so I don't know what to expect. But I know that it is a medicine, and I know that it is there to heal me, and I know that it is there to teach me. So, like I say, it fits in very, very well with the Hierophant here. Because this is talking about this guy here, he's the Dalai Lama there, but he started as a child, and, and if we have a look, we can see the aura around him, it went from yellow, because this is when he found out how powerful he was. Then it goes to green, where he's actually opened his heart, and then he reaches enlightenment, and this is through his spiritual dedication. He has chosen that path, and he is prepared to do the work that is needed. A lot of people go, oh yeah, I'm going to go to yoga, I've bought green tea, I'm all spiritual. It's like, no, this is a hard job. It's something that you've got to work at every single day. Every single day your ego will come up and go, hi, yeah, and you're like, right, okay, get down, I don't want to speak to you today. And that is it. It is a dedication to the practice. You can't be, just spiritual on a weekend, and be ego-based throughout the week. That doesn't work, so this actually takes a lot of dedication, So the Hierophant is coming in here as a teacher or a guide. And once you start on your spiritual path, you will find that you come across so many teachers and so many guides. It might be people that have wronged you or hurt you, but they are often the greatest teachers of all, because they teach you your resilience. They teach you what you don't want in your life. and they teach you about inner strength. So, like I say, the Hierophant is always, it's a lesson. There's lessons coming in here, and within this card, what I'm getting with this is it's a mixing of the two. Now we have all of um, these ancient religions, these ancient processes, these ancient ceremonies, but we're bringing them into the modern world. And this is where the term New Age comes from. When people say something, oh yeah, New Age shop, or New Age hippies or whatever. And it's a New Age. And this is because we are now in the age of Aquarius. And this is where mixing Western and Eastern philosophies together, to make our life better. And this isn't some like organized religion. It's just the fact of the old teachings of the elders. They knew. Like I say, the ceremony I'm doing, I'm using plant medicine. I'm using you know, um, from the vine. It's a vine that I'm taking, and people have done this for thousands of years over in Peru. You know, so they knew then. They knew that this would take them to this heightened state. They knew this would get them connected. But it is now being brought into this modern day where we have all of this technology. But this is when we need that connection even more. I spoke about this the other day, we need this connection because our lives are now that full of technology and cold things. This is what I'm saying, cold, sharp edges. We need that softness. We need that connection in order to keep us grounded and in order us to enable us so that we can live a spiritual life in the life that we are living. We don't have to run off and live in a cabin in the woods to actually have a spiritual life. Once we are grounded and once we use the tools that have been given to us by Mother Nature, and have been around for thousands of years, and the teachings as well, once we do this, then we can actually relax into this life in this new age, and we can make it work for us. So it's an absolutely beautiful card here. There's a lot of healing and a lot of strength coming from this card as well as personal power. Now, I'm feeling like I want to put my hand on the top of my head here. So I don't know if any of you are experiencing sort of little tingles on the top of your head. I used to say it was like ants crawling on my head. But basically, this is talking about there's an awakening. So if any of you have been getting head pain, either there or there, or like I say, these little tingles in some way, this could actually be your crown chakra opening. This could actually be it, like you cracking open to actually receive the knowledge that they're wanting to download to you. So it's fabulous. Don't get scared of it. It's amazing. So we then have the High Priestess. So we have got all of them. We have got all the spiritual like homies together here. And funny enough, there's three of us doing this today. So I wonder which one I am. I don't know. Am I the Fool, the Hierophant, or the High Priestess? One of them. So yeah, this card is talking about mysteries being like revealed. It's things that were hidden. The High Priestess knows. She just knows. She doesn't know how she knows. She just knows. And that is because she's always tapped into source. She is always, it is her intuition that guides her as well, And this is talking about some sort of initiation, this card. And what it says within this card is you can close your eyes if you don't want to see. You can close your ears if you don't want to hear. But you cannot close down your soul to the truth, And like I've said before, you can stick your fingers in your ears, you can put the blindfold on, but that soul will come knocking all of the time. And if you have this lesson to learn, and if you have started this awakening, it's not like, all right, okay, don't want this now. I'm going to go back to how I used to live or how I used to survive. That isn't going to work, because once you've seen, you cannot unsee. So once you have started on this path, it doesn't matter how much you divert back, you still end up on the path of where you want to be, And this is because it's helping you. This is because it's necessary. This is because this is what you need, and that's why it won't go away, But it's like I say, I've shut off for years at a time and said, no, that's it. I'm not doing it. and it always comes back, and they always get their way in the end as well. So what this card is talking about is that you are a seeker. You know, I've said this before. If you are watching this video, you are a seeker. You are looking to learn something. You might not even know what it is that you want to learn, you know, or what it is that you're looking for, but you know there's something more. You know there's something else, you know, and the high priestess is ready to reveal the secrets to you. The high priestess will show you the way. She will show you a new way of living. She will show you things that were hidden, you know, before you actually before you know you encountered the high priestess. She will remove the veil of illusion that so many of us live our lives surrounded by, you know. So the high priestess, it's like, yeah, she knows, and there's a real magical quality to her here. She's not that much of a talker, but she'll show you the way. She'll open the doors, you know. That's what the high priestess is. She's really got it going on, and she actually, what this is saying here, what I'm getting here is, she understands that there is fear around this. She understands that it can be scary, because when we suddenly have to leave everything that we have thought is the truth and all of that behind, it is a scary time, and we're out in the unknown, and we're in uncharted territory, and we've never been there before, and we might not even have people that we can speak to and talk to and say what's going on, you know. But she will show you the way, and she will stop any fears, you know. Once you trust, once you surrender, and once you start tapping into your intuition, the high priestess will give you the answers. She will show you that you're safe and protected at all times, you know, because when you are working for spirit, when you are serving, when you are seeking, you are always protected. Even if bad things are happening to you, these bad things are in order to protect you in the future, you know. They're breaking you open, and that's what is needed. You know, you cannot stay closed. You just cannot, you know. And this is talking that, like, the high priestess will show you the potential within not just you, but within the universe. She will teach you the secrets of the universe. She will show you, like the magician did, how to manifest, you know, how you can bring things to you, how you can actually stay centered when everything around you is going to shit, you know. This is what she does, you know. She's a very gentle teacher, but she's a hard teacher. She's quite stern, you know, and she will allow you to understand things in a way that words don't need to be spoken in order to understand. It's like a knowing, you know. This is the gift that you get from the high priestess. You just know, you know. And when you are listening to the high priestess, you know, this is when she will help you to awaken your inner wisdom. She will let you know that you have all of the answers within you. You know, you've just forgotten. You know, it's like remembering who you were before the world told you who you should be. And when the high priestess comes in, it's about channeling messages from the divine, you know, getting messages, getting things downloaded, getting guidance, you know, and just thinking, I know I need to do that, you know, and not knowing why, but just knowing that you're pushed in this direction. Like a lot of people, they'll say when they see these videos, I just stumbled upon you. I got a email the other day from somebody who had been sent a text message from somebody they didn't know by mistake with a link to one of my videos on. So they then got an apology, and this person found me and said that the reading that they'd got had answered the questions that they were just sitting thinking about. Is that coincidence? There's no such thing as coincidence, you know. The universe is working with us all of the time. And when the high priestess, the Hierophant, and the Fool come up, this is when we are freeing ourselves and allowing ourselves to learn the lessons, and we are listening to the messages that are coming on a daily basis, you know. So it's an absolutely beautiful, beautiful card. I love this. You know, I really, really love this. She's barefoot. She's connected. You know, she's, like I say, she's very, very powerful, but very gentle with it. You know, it's like she's there to show you the way. You know, I've just got in my head that show me the money. It's not the money. It's like, show me the way, you know. And that's it. When we do that, when we surrender and we say, show me where I need to go, it will be presented with them, you know. So Like I say, synchronicity is. I actually went to write that to somebody yesterday, and I wrote synchronicity instead of synchronicity, and I was like, "Yeah, get in." I really, really like that, because again, that's a positive. So when we go in the Osho card, what we have here is possibilities. Fantastic, fantastic card again. And this is about seeing the bigger picture again. And this is saying that you are at a time in your life when you need to assess it, or you may be already assessing it and you are thinking, where is it I'm going? You're at this crossroads and it's like, you know, the old life, this new life, this new age, where is it you are going? And this is where you are being guided. It's a very, very brave card. And like I say, the fool is brave. The fool, some people think he's foolish, but he's not foolish. He's doing what these people that call him foolish haven't got the balls to do. The fool is a ballsy character, and he will jump off that cliff, and not worry about what's below it, because he listens to his intuition and he knows there he has the Hierophant and he has the High Priestess next to him, so he's going to be all right. They know, they've been around for a long, long time. They understand, and he is trusting them to be his guides. You know, so this is saying, like I say, there's a lot of bravery comes in this card, but there's also a lot of hope as well. And this is saying that anything and everything is possible for you at this time. So the eagle, as I've mentioned, this is like victory. It's spiritual conquest, it's manifestation, and it's freedom. It's also, like seeing the bigger picture. And when you're flying above it, you can see that these problems and everything you have are minute, they're tiny. And the higher you fly, the smaller them problems get. So this is, the more you connect, you realize that these problems that you're encountering aren't as big as when they're standing staring you in the face. And when we look at this card here, it's like there's a new dawn breaking here as well. And it's like there's greenery growing now where it was barren. It was once a desert, it was once dry, and there was nothing there. And now there's this new life. So it's like I say, this card is saying, take a bird's eye look at your situation. Like I say, look down at your surroundings, see things from a different perspective and see the overall picture, not just the part that you are playing in it. And once you rise above this, and once you feel relaxed, and once you are at ease, then you can see the possibilities that are presented to you. Sometimes even before other people will see them. It's like you're developing clairvoyance in some way, because you are tapping into source. You are actually developing all of your natural skills, so you're going back to who you originally were born to be. This card is also saying that it's about tuning into nature. Nature is people don't realize the importance of nature within our lives, and the importance of spending time in nature as well. When you do this, it's very, very humbling, but it's very grounding as well. And nature can provide you with exactly what you need. Yeah, just getting, again, like I say, talking about this ceremony, this is it. Nature is providing the medicine that is needed. And we're doing this out in nature. And this is why I really want to try and document it in some way, to share it with you. I want to, no matter how scared I am. It's just like, but this is it. And once you rise to this level, once you rise above it, and you rise above all of these problems or whatever you are feeling is causing you to feel blocked. Once you learn how to fly, once you find your wings, yeah, and once you're gliding effortlessly, you know, you will see, that anything is possible. There are so many possibilities out there that you probably haven't even thought of. And once you move on to one stage, then this opens up new doors and you meet new people. And then it's like, right, and then this leads you somewhere else. So just allowing yourself to be guided, stopping any resistance and just going with it, this is where you will end up, where you need to be, which will make your soul flourish, and will make you grow, and you will be at a time of peace. I mean, these are beautiful. The serenity that is coming from these cards is absolutely beautiful. Now, what Osho says about this card is that Mind can accept any boundary anywhere, but the reality is that by its very nature, existence cannot have any boundary, because what will be beyond the boundary? Another sky. That's why I'm saying skies upon skies are available for your flight. Don't be content easily. Those who remain content easily remain small. Small are their joys, small are their ecstasies, small are their silences, small is their being. But there's no need. The smallness is your own imposition upon your freedom, upon your unlimited possibilities, upon your unlimited potential. So this is about, it doesn't do you any good by playing small. You might play small so that other people don't feel insecure. So that, you were born to shine. You were born to rise. You were born to be huge. This is your birthright. But by putting limitations on ourselves and by being content and, oh yeah, this is it. This is what I know. This is easy. You are robbing yourself of so much. So you are paying a huge, huge price for that. And this is something that you cannot get back. You cannot be lying on your deathbed and suddenly go, you know what? I think I want to try it the other way, because that doesn't work. So it's about doing it now. It's about taking this leap of faith. It's about trusting. It's about having faith, and it's about having hope, and it's about having an open mind and an open heart, because if you let love be your guide, and if you let the light show you the way, the places you will end up, you probably couldn't imagine, but that's it. Let the light lead your way, and let love be your guide, and that is all you need, and like I say, a little bit of bravery, but we've all got that deep down. So the Colette Osho Baron Reid card, Colette Baron Reid card is the card that we had at the weekend. It's the higher power again. So there's so much going on, they are wanting to get your attention. They are wanting to speak to you so much, so please just listen, that would make my job easier as well. And then I don't have to keep repeating myself. So this card is, like I say, if we have a look there, we've got this key, in her third eye. So this is unlocking your third eye so you can see the possibilities that are there. You can sort of predict where you are going to be, when you are tuned in, when you are connected to this higher power, then you just know that wherever you're going is a great place, even if you don't know what the where it is, you know that it's going to be great. And I think all of these cards together they're talking about, it's like a spiritual quest, I think, There's a lot of mysticism around these, and it's sort of, I really feel this is like an initiation ceremony, It's like, right, okay, there's this like new rebirth, and you are being welcomed in, sort of like ushered in, to this secret society that, is going to show you the deeper workings of the universe. It's going to grant you with new knowledge, and sacred knowledge, and it's going to protect you. It's like being part of this spiritual gang. You've got your homies there who are all vibrating on the same level. And with this, it's saying, you are protected, you are guided. And, we've got the angel wings there. It's like, this is a time for you to find your wings. This is a time for you to grasp your freedom, and feel how amazing that feels, just turning around and saying, no, this is it. And actually stand in your power, using your intuition, and knowing that you have somewhere to go. It's like you have a date with spirit, and they're just sitting waiting for you. So I hope that made sense to you. I love those cards. That's made me a little bit more excited for today as well. But I really, really love those cards. And I think there's a strong message in them, even though it's quite subtle and simple, But it's like I say, this is the choice is yours, It's once you've started looking though, you cannot stop looking. It will always come back. This is the thing, you know. Sometimes I do think it would have been easier to just like, why did I even start to go on this journey? It would be just so much better coming in on a night time and watching crap TV, you know, and stuff like that. But it wouldn't. I know I did that. I tried that, and I call it my beige period. I went through a few years of a beige period. But I was desperately, desperately unhappy. On a serious note, I was desperately unhappy, and it was like my soul was dying every single day while I was there, you know. So, although the road hasn't been easy and it hasn't been tough, I have never ever regretted taking that first step onto my spiritual path, you know. Or I was actually pushed onto it, so you know I didn't really have a choice. But it has been the biggest blessing that I've ever had in my life. Okay, so. So like I say, I will, I don't know what to expect with the next video to come up, but I will try and document what I can, and I will share the experience with you if you want to see it. You know, I'll put a video up so you don't have to listen to it, but you know, it will be there if I am able to do it. But yeah, exciting times. Okay, so have an absolutely fabulous Monday and Tuesday, and I will be back on Wednesday with the cards for today. If anybody would like a reading with me, please get in touch because they are filling up this week. Like I say, it's been a short week for me. But so please get in touch either via my Facebook, my website. The links are below with that. And there is a little bit of a wait. Not long. I'm trying to book everybody in, but there is a little bit of a wait. And do know that if you contact me today or tomorrow, I won't be able to answer it until Wednesday. So all technology is off from here on in. Okay, I'm going back to basics. I'm gonna blend with Mother Earth. That's what I'm doing. That's my plan today. That's on my itinerary. Okay, so have an absolutely fabulous day, and I will see you on Wednesday. Sat Nam.